Welcome to Kevin's English Room Podcast.
Hello.
Hey guys.
All right. So this is Ayame Sensei. Thank you.
Thank you.
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
いつもポッドキャストが更新されるのを楽しみにしています。
Thank you.
私は今オーストラリアにワーキングホリデーに来ています。OZ の友達と遊んだ時にいつも OZ ラングエージを教えてくれたり、わからない単語は聞くことができるのですが、とってもいろんなことにオープンな友達なので、話が盛り上がってくると下ネタが始まります。下ネタを話しているんだろうなとはわかるんですけど、正直何の話をしているのかはわかりません。下ネタだし、なんか質問したらダメな気がしてただ笑って過ごしているのですが、あなたはどう思う？日本人はどんな感じ？など具体的に聞かれます。何の話をしているのかわからないから質問もわからないし、でも質問するのもいいのか私も恥ずかしいし、どうしたらいいですか？日本人はこういった類はタブーなのか私が苦手だけなのかも分かりませんが、こんな内容でごめんなさい。笑い助けてください。
Oh. I mean, I guess the only thing you can do is to ask, no?
Yeah, true.
That's the only choice for you.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh yeah, the Japanese, yeah, they do it. Like, you can't just, that's not going to make any sense.
Right. You can just have to ask.
You're going to have to, right. You're going to have to be honest with
Yeah.
those people of like, you're not understanding the joke, right?
Right.
It's not a one-time thing, I'm assuming, right? It's
True.
it's a relationship that you're building up, right? So you're going to have to, be real with them someday, right?
Yeah.
Just tell them that you're not understanding
True.
what they're saying. So I would take the short-term pain
Yeah, me too.
communicate with them that you're not understanding that.
Yeah. Especially you should like shimonetas are always like good like opening door.
Right. Like, because it's funny in all language.
Yeah. To make friends and get into the community. So
Right.
especially for the first, like while you are considered as an like newcomer, you should ask
Right.
those questions. I think it's easier
Yeah.
than you after you became like kind of,
Right. If you go too far
yeah.
with your stance of you being able to understand it,
Right.
it's going to be more awkward. Right?
Yeah.
Like you're going to trap yourself.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
You should ask.
be straight with them.
Yeah.
Quicker the better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Right.
I remember when I went to France, my French was like this level.
Okay.
So I asked, all the things,
Okay.
like almost everything. Yeah. All I knew was like, what's that in French? So I just say it every time. I'm sure I was annoying to many French guys, but that was the only thing I could do. So
Right.
yeah.
But it's not like you regret it or anything like that, right?
No, it was great entrance. So
Yeah.
they kind of knew how my French was bad.
Okay.
So they kind of started to help me to bring me
Which is
up.
good. Yeah. It's good.
So if I pretended that I kind of understood everything, and then, it would be very more, much difficult than,
Right.
Be
It'll be awkward.
Right,
It'll be
right.
difficult for you even
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit 恥ずかしい, especially talk about shimonetas, but
Yeah. And it's like, it's a little bit, the language could be difficult, right? There's a lot of slang terms for it, right? It's not always the medical term.
True.
People hardly ever use the medical terms, right? So
true.
I went to a stand-up comedy show when I was in Georgia with my parents.
Yeah.
I would say 90% of the jokes that were made on the stage were either a sex joke, race joke,
Yeah.
or substance abuse joke.
What's that?
Like cocaine, marijuana,
I see.
weed, and stuff like
Wow, 90.
that. 90% of the jokes were like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Those are very it's very light actually. It's not personal thing. It's just very light, casual conversation to opening up.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it sounds very personal, especially talking about like sexual things, but it's
Yeah.
actually very like light thing.
Right. If you see respect in that, then
Yeah.
like it's not that it's
Right.
yeah. It's actually you can have respect
Yeah,
with the shimonetas,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Right. That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember when I was in France, and then guys start talking about those shimonetas and ask a question to me, and I didn't understand that word, so I asked them what is, and I repeat that. I remember the word, but what is this? And then that question itself was very funny to them, because imagine we're talking about Japanese and
Right.
yeah.
Like what is something
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's a very
yeah,
like
that's a very funny
sexual
question.
like thing.
Yeah. And then you
Yeah.
start to laughing and try to explain it in an easy sentences, and that was very fun to them. And yeah, so
Yeah.
you will be like very fun situation if you ask those explanation for them,
Yeah.
and then they have to explain that thing.
Right.
In
Right.
a
It's a
easy way.
it's a fun moment.
Yeah, it's a fun game, kind of.
Speaking of which,
Oh yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
So I've used this term for a long time, and I have given myself up into adjusting to what the reality is. But there's this term. Well, so it's gonna be a Shimoneta question, right? So get ready, for the kids, for the moms watching,
Okay.
when your kids are around, maybe you don't want to, I don't know, but it's not that sexual, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
So the word balls,
Oh, balls. Okay.
right? So balls are used like a slang term for men's genitalia, right?
Oh, is that how you say it?
Isn't genitalia the medical
Like
term?
medical.
Wait, what is genitalia?
Yeah, it's like gene producing organized, so it's like gene something.
Genitalia. Wait, I think so. Genitalia, the genitals. That's the meaning. 生殖器.
Okay, genitalia.
Genitalia.
Okay.
Yeah. So men's penis, right?
Yeah.
But so the word balls, I've always used it as the whole thing.
Oh,
You know how the
I
men's
see.
genitalia has different parts to it, right?
Yeah.
You have the long bar,
Yeah.
and then the sack under it,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Ah.
So people have always told me, Kevin, what are you talking about? You're talking about the dick, right? You're talking about the you're talking about you're saying balls, which means you're talking about the sack underneath it.
Yeah.
But I've always meant it as like the whole thing, the whole genitalia itself.
I see.
And I've always felt a mismatch with the world. But I've I don't know why, but I've never decided to adjust it. Like I've always went with balls, meaning the
Whole thing?
whole penis itself. Yeah. What do you think? Balls.
So okay, I don't have that many experience of saying balls in the conversations.
Yeah.
But in Japanese, it's like, so the answer is, to me, the balls are like balls itself.
The balls itself.
Not the whole part, but like
The twin balls underneath.
Yeah. It's my image.
Yeah.
Well, I think it came from like Japanese. Like when you say like balls tama, that's not like, well, to me, that's not like whole system.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess that's why it came from. That image came from. But
I see.
Yeah.
It comes from the Japanese language background. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you say, just like you said, dick,
Yeah.
is that whole part? So to me, what I
Okay.
thought was dick was the bar part.
The bar itself.
Yeah, and the ball was the
Oh.
ball part, is what I thought.
So what do you call the whole thing?
Genitalia.
You didn't even know the word genitalia until now.
Yeah, that's true. Huh.
So to me, the
Yeah,
dick is the whole
The whole thing?
Yeah, dick is the whole thing. Balls is the whole thing.
Also the whole thing.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. I mean, that's understandable. Very understandable. Yeah.
Because like, so my defense is like when you're playing dodgeball,
Okay.
and then the ball hits your ball, because that's a very confusing sentence, but like the ball
Yeah, the
hits your
ball-
genitalia.
Yeah.
You say, "Oh God, the ball hit my balls!" Right? I hurt my
Yeah.
balls, right?
Right.
Well, you're saying
Yeah.
that the ball hit the balls.
That's
like
true.
saying that it
That's
hit
very-
the whole thing.
very confusing,
Very
but yeah.
confusing sentence.
Yeah, that's true.
But like it hit the whole genitalia, right? So that's why I feel like saying it hit my balls just kind of feels like it hit the whole thing,
I see.
right?
Well, that's, understandable. Yeah.
Right.
Right. True. Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like, so you got a whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And to me, like, well, and I believe yours too, but where you feel the pain is the ball, right?
That's true.
It's the
That's true.
balls, right?
Yeah, the balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's another information that a lot of people don't understand. Like, right?
Yeah, it might be.
It's not the bar. It's, it's
bar
the
doesn't, like-
sack.
yeah.
No, it's not the sack as well. It's the balls that are inside the sack that hurts.
Yes. So that's why, like, it's very understandable if you say like, oh, the ball hits my balls,
Yeah.
and that causes the pain,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
right?
So that could be like, that could go against my argument, right? Like what you're feeling, the
Yeah.
pain comes from the balls itself. So that could be an argument towards mine.
Right.
I never really had the chance to sort of like play
Right.
this out. So
Right.
just wanted to, publicize this. Just,
Yeah, but
get it out
those Shimonetas are very. It's not like public things, right? It's not.
Yeah.
There's no official rules.
Right.
So it's always like it's blurred,
That's
depending on the
true.
people. So yeah,
Yeah.
we believe it's good to like officially like.
Right. It's a constructive
Yes.
conversation.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
worthful of video. It's
that's
worth
true.
for a podcast.
This was a
program as an
valuable
educational
10 minutes.
Yes.
That's true.
That's
You're welcome, guys.
Yes,
You're
yes.
welcome.
yes.
All right. So
This is Kevin's English room podcast.
that's right. We're proud to. Let's pin this on top so that everyone will go through this when we
Yeah.
go through a show.
That's right.
I don't know if you can. I don't think so, but like how in Twitter you can like pin a tweet so it's always on top.
Oh
Yeah.
Right,
It's
right,
like
right.
that, right? Yeah. All right. There
Great.
you go.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you.
Bye bye.